People don't just vanish. And yet, every year, thousands do. Without a trace, without answers, without closure. What's unsettling isn't just that they disappear, but that when investigators quietly line the cases up, side by side, strange similarities begin to surface. Patterns that feel wrong. Patterns no one likes to talk about. Tonight isn't about blaming a hidden group or claiming a single cause. It's about asking why so many disappearances seem to follow the same invisible script, as if something beneath the surface is quietly repeating itself over and over again. Missing persons cases exist everywhere, across cities, suburbs, highways, and wilderness. At first glance, they appear random. Different ages, different backgrounds, different circumstances. But when researchers, journalists, and retired investigators revisit old files, a disturbing realization creeps in. Certain details show up again and again. The same types of locations, the same moments of disappearance, the same baffling lack of evidence. It's not enough to prove anything concrete, but it's enough to make even experienced professionals uneasy. Random chaos doesn't usually leave patterns behind. Something else might. One of the most unsettling similarities appears in the timing. Many people vanish during ordinary moments. A short walk, a quick errand, a routine drive they've done 100 times before. No signs of struggle, no final messages, no witnesses who saw anything unusual. It's as if the moment itself swallowed them. Investigators often describe these cases as the hardest, because nothing appears broken or disrupted. Life simply pauses, mid-sentence. Families replay timelines endlessly, searching for the second where everything went wrong. But the timeline refuses to break. Then there are the locations. Again and again, disappearances cluster near transitional spaces, edges of towns, trailheads, parking lots, rest stops, places meant for passing through, not staying. These locations aren't inherently dangerous, yet they show up repeatedly in reports. Some researchers quietly ask whether familiarity creates vulnerability, or whether these in-between spaces offer something else entirely. A moment of distraction, a lapse in awareness, or something no one has managed to identify yet. The unsettling part is how often these locations seem to attract silence instead of clues. Another pattern that raises questions is what's left behind. Phones found powered off, cars discovered neatly parked, shoes missing or strangely placed, personal items that suggest a person intended to return. These details don't point in a clear direction, but they challenge common assumptions. If someone planned to disappear, why leave behind the very tools they rely on? If an accident occurred, why does the scene feel staged by chance rather than chaos? Each case alone can be explained away. Together, they create discomfort. Equally disturbing is how frequently searches come up empty, even when launched quickly. Dogs lose scent trails abruptly. Tracks end without explanation. Massive search efforts turn up nothing. Not even a fragment that brings certainty. Some experts caution that terrain and weather can erase evidence faster than people realize. Others admit, quietly, that certain disappearances defy standard models entirely. When trained professionals say a case doesn't behave the way it should, it leaves a question hanging in the air, unanswered and heavy. Psychological patterns also emerge among those who vanish. Many were described as calm, stable, and not in distress. No financial pressure, no relationship breakdown, no warning signs. This challenges the comforting belief that disappearances always come with visible red flags. If people can vanish without crisis, what does that say about how fragile normalcy really is? The idea that anyone could step into an ordinary day and never return is deeply unsettling. And perhaps that's why these cases receive so little sustained attention. Media coverage itself follows a pattern that raises uncomfortable questions. Some cases explode across headlines, while others vanish almost immediately from public view. Factors like location, age, and circumstance quietly influence which stories persist and which fade. This uneven attention doesn't create disappearances, but it may help them dissolve into silence. When stories stop being told, pressure fades, leads dry up, patterns remain buried in filing cabinets and archived databases, unseen by the public eye. What makes these patterns so disturbing isn't that they prove a single theory. They don't. It's that they exist at all. They sit in the gray space between coincidence and meaning, between randomness and design. Each explanation seems plausible until the next case quietly contradicts it. Investigators move on. Families are left waiting. And the unanswered questions stack higher with every year that passes, forming a shadow archive of uncertainty. Maybe the most unsettling possibility is that there is no single answer, that multiple forces, human, environmental, psychological, intersect in ways we don't fully understand yet. Or maybe the patterns point to gaps in how society searches, protects, and remembers the missing. Whatever the truth is, it remains unfinished. Because until those patterns are fully confronted, instead of quietly dismissed, the disappearances will continue to feel less like isolated tragedies and more like warnings we haven't learned how to read. The disappearances continue, leaving questions that linger longer than any answers could. Every unsolved case, every pattern, every silent trail reminds us how fragile life can be, and how much remains hidden just beneath the surface of our everyday world. If this video left you uneasy, curious, or questioning what you thought you knew, make sure to let your thoughts be heard. Comment below with the theories, patterns, or experiences that keep you awake at night. These cases won't wait for anyone, and neither should the conversation. If you want to explore more of these disturbing truths, to dig into the mysteries no one wants to talk about, you can join the community by hitting subscribe. Every like, every share helps ensure that these stories aren't forgotten, that the missing are not erased into silence, and that the patterns we uncover continue to spark discussion, debate, and awareness. We may never have all the answers, but the questions are what drive us deeper into the unknown. Keep watching, keep asking, and keep noticing the details others overlook. And if something here unsettled you, if it made you question the reality around you, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Because these mysteries grow darker when they are ignored.